Hey guys, welcome to Supestretch. It's great to have you guys here and to join in on a session. I know sometimes things get a little bit out of order and out of sync and that kind of stuff, so I'm looking forward for a good overall session tonight. Make sure you say hi in the comments. Love to see who's here, and then, or if you're watching the replay, you can always comment it as well. I will have this session put up later onto YouTube, so you can watch this again on YouTube and just enjoy that process as well too. So I do hope you're well, and let's get going. So we're going to just start. I'm standing. Make sure that I'm actually fully in the video. And okay, so we're going to just start standing. I have Molly here. She's my assistant behind me today, and behind the curtain. And so that way I can make sure that I'm actually live today. Anyway, so let's just start. Look at those feet, starting nice and balanced. Let your shoulders drop down by your side. And very often when we say pull our shoulders back, it's pull your shoulders back, but it's not. It's just roll those shoulders down, around, and back, and think of actually pulling them down towards your hip line, because you don't want to pull wing to shoulder and put too much stress in the collarbone. So just allow those arms to roll up, around, and down. And if you have a difficult time with that, just take a couple of times and just practice it, and just allow those shoulders to settle and to open. And then inhale, and then exhale. Good, and just balance and feel that shift of weight right to left. Take your arms out wide to that T. You know how I love this move. And then exhale, bring your palms to center. Take your arms, circle this time, them all the way up overhead, and then bring your arms back to center. Again, circle those arms up and overhead, reach, and exhale, center. Last time, just like that. Circle those arms up and overhead, and reach, and then bring your hands back to center. Just let your chin drop towards your sternum. Let your shoulders again sink down and back. And just allow yourself to kind of become present here for this session at this time, because you are designed to be present and to have the capability of calm and centering and restoration. It's not because of just stuff you do, it's how you were designed, who made you. You were made to be well. Inhale, circle those arms up over your head, reach. Take a bigger, deeper breath. Inhale, reach higher if you can. And then exhale, lower. All right, inhale, take those arms up and overhead, reach. Bend the knees, dive forward, hands to the ground, chin towards your sternum, look back between the knees. Inhale, come into a half lift. Head and chest is forward. Take a big deep breath and press your hands into your shins. Feel your weight shifting back into your heels. Then press your big toe in to stop you falling. Pinky toe in, and then draw yourself forward across the front of both legs. Inhale, begin to sweep yourself up, not letting your arms overreach until your body is extended, and then lower back down. Turning to the side for me. Inhale, circle those arms up and overhead, reach. Bend the knees, dive forward, hands to the ground, chin towards your sternum. Inhale, slide the hands up the front of the shins. Push the hands into the shins, get long. See if you can feel that press into the shins as the shoulders feel pulled back away from those ears, down towards the hips. And then exhale again, chin towards the chest, look back towards the knees. And then inhale, take those arms high up and overhead. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Bend the knees, dive, hands down. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins. Exhale, draw yourself forward. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, and through. And again, circle those arms up overhead, reach. Bend the knees, dive forward, head down, hands down. Inhale, slide the hands up the front of the shins, pull the body forward. Exhale again and fold, head to your chin, to your chest. And then inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, circle those arms up and over your head. Exhale, dive forward, head down, chin in, and let's just step back into all fours. Setting yourself up in the all fours position, curl those toes under and roll the shoulders back. And continue. Feel that movement. Drop your body weight down and around and back up. Push through the shoulders. Pull your body weight up. Nice circling around one more time. And then back. Press yourself up and then tuck the pelvis only and lift. See if you can keep yourself from rounding the back here. So you're just pulling the navel into the body and lifting the tailbone up. Tuck the pelvis and then lift the tailbone. Tuck the pelvis and lift the tailbone. 2 more. Tuck the pelvis and then lift the tailbone. And then last time, tuck and lift. Let's come down to the forearms. And then drop the chin to the chest. Look back towards the knees. And then inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. So round the back into a hunch, chin towards the sternum, look back towards the knees. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. And again, round, roll that pelvis so that the head drop. And then inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Once more, tuck the pelvis under, round the back. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. I want you to walk the elbows out a little bit further and then just drop the forehead to the ground. So you're still hips high towards the sky, but your arms are reaching out. Now continue to sink back. See how my forearms are off the ground? If you can't, my forearms are off the ground. And pull your body weight back towards your hips. Be careful of the weight into your head. So you're not just forcing your head down, but I want you to try to get your head down towards the ground. Again, get long and get that head down all the way to the ground. Feel your weight being pulled back. Come up, bring your head up, drop into those elbows again, and turn your palms towards the sky. And then shift back. And we're going to do a little bit of a rocking motion, shifting back. Feel the underside, back side of those shoulders. Palms are open. And back one more time. Sink back. And this time, same idea. Reach those arms out in front of you. Let the head drop as it's comfortable. Palms are towards the sky. Feel that spread, that open in the middle of the back. Breathing. Inhale, shift forward, come out of it, and walk your hands up. Let's just round the back to a full cat stretch. And then inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. And again, from the pelvis, not from the mid-ribs, not from the head, round the back, chin towards the sternum, push the ground away. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Last time, pull the belly into the body. And then lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Sit your weight back to your heels. Take both hands out to the left far edge of your mat and sit back towards your right heel. Inhale, shift up on that diagonal. Return your body weight back to center. And let's take that right arm through. So reach that right arm through, let your head drop, so the right side of your head, and then reach your left arm all the way to the top of your mat. Now again, make sure you're not crushing your neck or your head, and just feel that rolling to the outside of that right shoulder. Breathe into that shoulder. Lengthen that top arm, press down into the bottom arm. On the next breath, slide the left hand underneath you. Bring yourself up. Let's return into the cat stretch. Chin towards your sternum. Press the belly up into the back. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the pelvis in, round the back, chin towards the sternum, push the ground away. One more time, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, sit the weight back. Both of your hands go to the far right corner of the mat as you sit your hips to your left. As you can, as it's comfortable, drop your head all the way to the ground. Breathe. Inhale, pick your head up. Walk both hands back to center. Take your left hand, slide your left arm underneath you, and reach your right arm forward. As it's comfortable, turn your head to look towards that left arm as you reach that right arm high and to the far end of your mat. Breathe into the outside edge of that left shoulder as you roll the body slightly in that direction. Breathing. Watch that you're not cramming your head into the ground. Slide the right hand back underneath your shoulder. Roll yourself back up and begin to do that cat stretch again. Exhale, round the back, chin towards the sternum. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, round the back, chin towards the sternum. And again, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. From here, you're going to stay on your right knee. You're going to bring your right hand out in front. You're going to let your right hip drop back just slightly, taking your left arm up over your head, and then take your left arm, reach towards the far end of your mat. Breathing, a nice side angle stretch. Now watch that you don't get too creased in your rib wall, that you reach more than you hang. So get long the entire left side of the body. Breathing. Take that left arm all the way up and look down, and then take that left hand back to the ground. Breathing. Get long. Look back towards the right knee. Inhale. Look up, away from the hip. Walk the right hand back underneath your shoulder. Take that left arm once again up towards the ceiling, and then reach over your head. Watch that you're not allowing this right shoulder to drop in. Pull that right shoulder back. Get long. And then bend that left arm and circle back all the way around. Bring your right knee and right foot back underneath you. Good. And then extend your your right leg. As you're pivoting, you're allowing that left foot to come out from underneath you as you roll and reach the right arm towards the sky. Lengthen. Breathing. Take that right arm now overhead and get long. Watch that you're not hanging down, because you're going to get crimpy and crampy in your rib cage. Circle that top arm all the way up. Look back to the ground, and then look back towards your left knee. Inhale, look forward again. Pull up through that right arm. Reach that right arm towards the sky. Watch this lower left shoulder that it doesn't crowd into the ear. And then take that right arm overhead. Circle that right arm all the way back around again. And then come into all fours. Let's go back into that cat stretch. Chin towards your sternum. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Once more, tuck the tailbone, round the back, chin towards the sternum. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Sink your weight back towards your heels, walk your hands back to your knees, and roll into a little ball as best you can. If your feet are too close, you're going to have a difficult time getting into a ball, so separate your feet a little bit. From here, begin to lift your hips up, sink your heels as quickly as you can as you bring your hands to the tops of your knees, and then hinge to stand the rest of the way up. Roll those shoulders up, back, and around again. So you can kind of see where today is going. A lot of shoulder motion, a lot of opening up into the chest, into the back. So even though your shoulders aren't part of your hips of what you're sitting, there's a lot of this going on too. A lot of this head movement. So let's get those shoulders more mobile so we're not cramming those and then affecting your hips as well. Inhale, take both arms up and overhead, reach, get long. So you can either palms together You can interlace your fingers and then extend the 2 index fingers if you want, and just get long. Reaching up, get long. Now, possibly you've let your ribs arch, so I want you to think of pulling the ribs in but still getting long. Can you still get the same length? Or because you're arching, you're just getting more felt length. Exhale, lower the arms back down. Inhale, just your left arm comes up over your head. Reach. I want you to roll just your shoulder back. Then I want you to tilt and reach down with your right arm as you look up towards your left. Then reach up with your right arm and continue to come over that left side, that right side of the body. Inhale, breathing, lift the torso back up, and exhale, lower back down. Let's take the right arm up. Inhale, take the right arm up, roll that right shoulder back, and then reach down with the left hand as you continue to keep that right shoulder back. Look up if it's comfortable, and then reach up with that left hand. Breathe and get long on both sides. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale down. Taking both arms up again once more. Reach up, pull that left shoulder up this time and tilt over. Inhale up, switch arms, pull that right shoulder up and tilt over. And then come back up, center. Let those arms drop all the way back and just roll the shoulders. 3, 2, and last one, up, around, and back. Let's go through several sun salutes, just opening up the entire body. Turn towards the top of your mat. Let your shoulders open and slide the scapula down the back side of your body. Inhale, bring your arms straight up overhead as best you can. Bend the knees and then dive forward, hands to the ground. Let your hands rest to the ground and step back with both feet into a push-up position. From here, exhale again and go into a downward facing dog. Breathing in that downward facing dog, get long. Let the neck hang. Let the chin come up towards the sternum. Push the ground away, but pull the hips to the ceiling. Sink the heels to the ground and get long from your hands to your heels. Bend the knees, look forward, and step or walk your feet up to your hands. Let your body cascade across the top of both legs. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, soften. Inhale, and sweep those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through. Let your hands drop back by your side. Take your arms straight up over your head. Bend your knees, and again, dive forward, bringing your hands to the ground. Inhale, step back into a push-up position and hold the top of the push-up. Exhale, push back with the hips into the downward facing dog. Bend the knees, inhale, and look forward, bringing your feet back up to your hands. Lengthen the body as you fold across the top of both legs. Inhale again as you circle your arms high up and overhead. Reach. Exhale, hands through. Once more, let your arms drop by your side. Open that chest. Then return the arms straight up and overhead to get long. Bend the knees and dive forward, hands to the ground. Inhale, step back into plank, head forward and chest forward. Exhale, hinge to the downward facing dog. Sink the heels. Let the head drop and hang like a little bobblehead. Bend the knees, look forward, and step or walk your feet back up to your hands as you fold across the front of your legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up high overhead. And exhale, breathing. Open that chest. Take the arms back to your side Lift that chest up. Inhale. Step your feet a little bit wider than maybe the width of your mat or to the outside edge of your mat, so that you're not necessarily off, and you can slightly turn your toes out wide. Inhale. Take your arms up high overhead. Reach. Bend the knees as you need to. Push the hips back and dive forward. Hands to the ground. Bend the knees again, and then just round the back, chin towards the sternum, straighten up the legs. Inhale, lift the tailbone, bend the knees, lift the chest. Leave the right hand on the floor. If you need more space, take the left hand to the sky. Breathing. Take the left hand and bring the left hand back to the ground, walking both hands to your right leg. As you can, take then your right hand to the sky. Look down towards your left and bring your hand back down. Walk both hands center. Breathing, inhaling, leaving your left hand down, taking your right hand to the sky again. Exhale, look down, take your right hand back down. Walk both hands over to your left leg, and then take your left hand to the sky. Look down and then return the left hand back to the ground. Walk back to center. So I'm going to turn side so you can see me possibly a little bit easier. You can stay facing the same direction. Come up onto your on your fingertips, and you're just going to reach your right hand forward. Like you're reaching out for somebody or something in line with your shoulder. And then lower that right hand back down, and then reach up with your left hand. Look forward towards it if you can. And then lower back down. Let's lower everything back across the top of both legs. Head down, chin up towards your sternum. And then inhale and exhale. Equally and evenly bring those feet back in, underneath the body. Bend your knees. Walk your hands to the tops of the knees. Make sure the back is long, especially after that deep forward fold. And then push into the ground to take your arms up over your head again. And then lower through. Let's do 3 sun salutes. Step to the top of your mat. Circle those arms up and overhead. Reach. Bend the knees. Dive forward. Hands to the ground. Step back into plank. Hold. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Breathe. 3 nice long deep breaths. Just get long. Pull the rib cage in. Pull the elbows towards the knees. Inhale, step or walk your feet all the way up to your hands, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Take those arms up high overhead and lower. And again, circle those arms up, bend the knees, and dive forward. Step back into plank. Head forward, chest forward. On the next breath, exhale and sink back into your heels. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or walk your feet up to your hands and fold. Inhale again and sweep yourself up. Exhale and through. Once more, circle those arms up overhead, bend the knees and dive forward, hands to the ground. Step back into plank, head forward, chest forward. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Pull the weight out of the shoulders, pull the rib cage into the body. Bend the knees, look forward, step or walk your feet all the way up to your hands and fold. Exhale. Inhale and roll or sweep yourself up. And exhale. Good. So staying towards the front of your mat if you want. You can turn towards me. We're going to move to the side. So I want you to step your right foot forward towards the top of your mat and just allow yourself to work that left leg back. So set yourself up so you can see the line of your feet first. So we open those hips. And I want you to just kind of bend and straighten that right knee a little bit. So not really a big deep lunge, just enough to kind of feel the hip open. You can roll that knee around, that kind of feels groovy. And then roll the other way. Good, just kind of get that joint moving. Good, pause, look over towards your right hand, extend your right arm forward. Now pull that left shoulder down and back. So not just down and back because it's there, but pull that shoulder back as if you're going to pin it against the wall behind you. And then reach that left arm back as well. So you're in the warrior two posture. Straighten out that left leg, that back leg. Open up that right knee. And then straighten up that right leg. Reach forward. Lower your right hand to your right shin. And take your left hand to the sky. Breathing. I love the triangle posture because it really opens the hip. It revolves, it lengthens the spine and allows the hip to turn and revolve inside. Take that top hand, look down, see if you can cross your left shoulder behind your back. Look down at your right foot. And then as you can, look back up towards your left shoulder. Look back down at your right foot. I want you to bend your right knee, take your right hand to the inside of your foot as best you can. You can go into a fist if you want, and then return that now left arm. I'm way in the tree. And then that left arm overhead. Open. Use that right hand to open that chest up more. And then circle or bend, and then take that left hand now all the way to the ground. Breathing. Drop the left knee to the ground. Breathing. Get long. Sink into that back foot. Good. As you can, I want you to drop your left elbow to the ground as well. Right elbow. If the right elbow doesn't go down, you can put the right elbow on the right knee. Breathing. And then lower the right hand back to the ground. Come up to the left hand. Both hands are on the instep of that right foot. Curl the left toe under. Lift the left knee. And then slide or pick that right foot up. You're back into plank. We're going to drop the knees here and sink back into a child's pose. Get long. Chin towards your sternum. Look at your toes for a second. And then chin towards the front of your mat. Inhale, shift forward into a modified up stretch. Hips down, chest up, head is the rider. And then shift back just enough to take the knees off the mat and walk the feet up to the hands. And then roll yourself upright. Very nice. So let's do the other side. So again, set your left foot up first. So the front leg, the lead leg first. Step back with that right foot. So line that right foot up so the heels line up as best you can. Look over your left shoulder. And again, just kind of tick-tock the hips a little bit. And then bend and straighten that left knee. And if you can, roll that left hip and that left knee around. Good, and pause and go the other direction. Good, and then pause again. Keep that chest up. Bend that left knee. Take that right shoulder and pin it back. Take the left arm and look over that left shoulder. You might even feel a tensional pull all the way from your shoulder to your thumb, and then reach back that right arm. So both arms are long. Chest is open. Left knee is pulling to the pinky side of the toe. Breathing. Straighten up that left leg, hinge forward, and let's come into triangle. Take that top arm up. Open the chest. Take the top hand, place it across the back side of the body. Look up, and then look down. And then look right back up again, over that right shoulder. Take that right hand and go right back up towards the ceiling, breathing, and then reach your right arm overhead. Take that right arm up towards the ceiling again. Circle that right arm all the way around and lift that back heel up. Both hands to the inside. Drop that right knee to the ground. So I'm kind of inching my left leg away so I can get into this position. And then I'm going to drop my right elbow to the ground. If I can't bring my left elbow to the ground, then just leave your left hand on the ground just like it is. You can put your hand across your knee, or you can see if you can bring your left elbow to the ground. Breathe. Coming up, pushing that left hand into the ground, right hand into the ground. Lift your back knee up as best you can and slide that left leg back. Drop both knees to the ground, and let's return again to a child's pose. Get long in that back body. Inhale, shift forward, and then let's lay on our stomachs. So on your stomach, arms out like a T. I want you to turn your head towards your left arm. As you turn your head to that left arm, I want you to bring up that left leg and see if you can bring your left foot over your back. So your left knee is pointed towards the sky and your weight is in your right shoulder. Breathe. Open that left knee a little bit more if you can. And then gently and slowly look back to the ground, lower the shoulder, lower the foot. Let's go to the other side. So look over your right shoulder, pick up your right foot, and bring your right foot towards your left side. See if you can open that right knee up. Breathe. Head is down. Breathing. Pick up your head, look down, drop your right shoulder, drop your right leg, and then just make a pillow out of both hands and rest your head on that pillow. So chin towards your sternum, head onto that pillow, and keep your head down as best you can. Exhale. Soften. Extend your left arm out. Your head is still down. I want you to pick up your head though, and pick up your right hand, which is underneath your head, and your left leg. Big deep breath, inhale. Exhale, lower. Do the same thing again. Pick your head up, pick your left leg up, and then back down. One more time, inhale. Pick your head up with your hand against your forehead. Pick your left leg up. And then lower back down. Make a pillow out of both hands again. Head down, chin in. Keep that chin in. Get that neck nice and long. And then reach your right arm out. Your head is against your left hand. You're going to lift your head with your hand attached to it and then raise your right leg. And then lower down. And then again, pick your head up with your hand attached to it and raise your right leg from the right hip, from the right glute. And then lower back down. One more time. Inhale, pick the head up, hand against the forehead, back leg is lifted, and then lower down. Make a pillow out of both hands again. Let the head rest against that pillow and the chin against the sternum. Breathing, softened. Big deep breath. Inhale, bringing your head up, coming into a Sphinx position. Lift the chin, drop the chin. Lift the chin and drop the chin. 2 more. Inhale, look up and lift the chin. Look down and chin against the sternum. Last time. Inhale, look up and look down. Bring your elbows further underneath you. Just sit back into a little child's pose. Get long. And then we'll come back again and lay on our back. Head back, arms wide, chin against the sternum. Breathing. Take your arms out wide to a T. Bring both knees into the chest. Drop both knees all the way to your right. Feel that left shoulder reaching back or wrapping around the mid-waist. The shoulders back. Inhale, bring both knees up and take both knees over. Keep that right shoulder down. Breathing. Feel that reach from your right shoulder across the midline of the body. And then bring both knees back up into center. Both feet to the ground. Bring your arms by your side. If it's comfortable for you, let your knees drop wide, opening the hips. Exhaling. And just allow yourself to settle in. Bring your knees up one at a time, and as you can, just stretch out both legs. Feel the breath just expand into the belly. Feel the shoulders. Hopefully they feel, even though maybe worked, they feel like they're settled back into the ground, like your weight of your back is evenly placed on your shoulders and your arms. Couple more breaths, just releasing and restoring. Gently and slowly slide one foot in at a time. Shift your hips to one side and roll over. Bringing yourself upright. Sitting nice and tall, chest is lifted. Arms are out in front. Let your hips sit back away from your heels. Lift your chin, lift your chest. And then drop your chin without sinking in. Bring your palms to your center. Let your thumb rest against your chin and your fingertips against the center between your eyes. And then inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale and down. Bring your hands back to center. Again, a re-acknowledging, a reconnecting into kind of what your intention for the evening. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, and once more, down, around, and together. And be well. And we are done tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for sharing in this experience. Thank you for leaving little highs or hellos or waves or anything like that. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Saturday we'll have 9 o'clock. I'm hoping to be outside again on Saturday. I'll see you guys on Saturday for Supestretch, if not before. Have a great night.